Okay, thank you very much, gents. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Get hyped. Game 1 is incoming with your commentary team, Cinderin and Toby1.
And FY is going to spot them out. He's moved down for a moment, so he does actually know they're there. In fact, pings it out for a moment too. And he wants to try and slow him down. That Alpha's coming in close, but a Frostbite can keep it out. But he wants to save it for a hero. That's why the Frost Blast out from Fenrir. The Clap actually holding back the Hellbear. And with the Ignite too, Fenrir will be backing himself up. While on bottom lane, iceiceice should be the first blood. Undying and Timbersaw battling up against each other, and Funnick comes out on top with a solo kill.
And that's that surprise effect I was talking about before the game, or the fact that Na'Vi are running some different heroes. I think if iceiceice plays this lane again, this is a death you really shouldn't have. Undying doesn't really have anything on Timbersaw. Yes, you've got Decay, which is great. You can exchange blows, and Timbersaw will probably lose that unless Undying gets clipped by a couple of whirling deaths next to the trees. But even dying in this lane is kind of a big mistake. But iceiceice is one of those players who's not afraid to take chances. And I think in this situation, I mean, I wasn't even looking at the lane. I was expecting this lane to have absolutely nothing happening. Uh-oh.
We'll have ourselves a quick reconnect as majority of the players and all of the commentators end up DCing out of the matchup.
Now we need to be careful not to fall behind on experience. As far as the other side goes, we've got a Crystal Maiden level 6 from FY and a level 6 Lich too, so their support's easily way ahead of Na'Vi, which means there's that much more emphasis on Na'Vi's cores to really get the job done in the next few minutes.
It looks like Na'Vi, they're going to give this a crack while the Brewmaster's down. Pushing into the tier 1 tower, so he has ulti, of course. So Voss, he's even getting soul ripped up, so he's able to stand a little bit close towards the line. Took a little bit too much damage from the tower. But the Frost Armor slowing this push down quite a hell of a lot. But Vici Gaming still, they'll lose their tier 1 tower. They get Fortification back up again, so Na'Vi can't just keep pushing with this lineup. So we're 12 minutes in, it's 6-6 on the board. Na'Vi have claimed 1 tier 1 tower. They have an advantage of 1,500 gold, but they're behind in the experience. And I'm still feeling like Vici Gaming are the ones in control of this. Like, they purposefully didn't take that fight in the middle lane. No one came close, no extra lives were lost, and they keep getting the call for support trade-offs.
And it looks like they're going at it again.
Yep, they'll run themselves in, but at the same time, FY, he puts his Observer Ward down now. This ghost spot being placed. And FY actually taking a little bit of damage from Agents, but iceiceice. Sharkham does not make this easy for Dendi, as she's a little bit further out. The Roshan Clap will bring down Funnick as well as Dendi and Super. He's hovering around 38 seconds until Split is up and running. And VG Gaming do not want to let this one go easily. They're all moving in, even a Voss on his way in. FNG finally going to get bloodlusted up. And he's going to try and slow down Roshan, but he's almost gone. Now Roshan, it does belong to them. The Sharkham flies in again. iceiceice up on the cliff. And Funnick, he's actually trapped in here, really slowed up. FNG's going to try and stick with him, even goes back in to pick up that TP scroll. We'll see if he'll regret that in a moment. As the Brewmaster split, 11 seconds off cooldown. Funnick trapped out. He's going to be pulled down a long way. FY with the Nova, able to finally get the kill, and then FNG being frostbitten up. FY dropping down that field. So his 2 heroes being lost, 4 Roshan being taken by Na'Vi. And VG Gaming didn't have to use Split for that. I'm still not certain this is really worth it for Na'Vi, for everything they committed in for that.
That was a really good aggressive play from iceiceice too, getting in on that tree and setting up a perfect chakram there on top of the Undying here. So.
And a Voss moves up further. The Brewmaster back to his normal self, but blinks up. There's no tier 1 tower for him to be protected by, and they just keep battling it up. A Voss, BKB triggered as well, trying to come in so deep for this kill, and Super decides just to man mode it up, but they're committing so much kill off Super that the rest of VG Gaming, they've mopped up the creep wave. Sure, Super will go down, but now Na'Vi looks like they're the ones who own the dire side of the map. There's no Roshan for them to jump into, and VG Gaming keep the control up the mid.
They got a lot of gold for that though. 700 gold for the kill, Dendi ending that streak, and they got some good experience too. I think that's a fairly even trade. The top tier 2 tower for Na'Vi right now is not that important.
He just got scouted out. Well, Timber chained himself away. The climb from Dendi didn't come in time. Well, effective free wave, but the Morphling now going to waveform himself over. Dendi's BKB will protect him, but that E-Blade goes to work directly on the Razor. He triggered that BKB to battle up against Super before, hence no protection. FY cannot run from Dendi as Okamajai will now DC out from the game. Now iceiceice, he goes on a Voss. He's out a little bit too far, and they're baiting him to come out because the 4-staff down from FY.
Yes,
they're going to Frost Blast, and there's the BKB away to safety. But he didn't want a BKB for that one. FY TP's out, realizing some kind of collateral kill that could come their way. iceiceice knows he's 100% fine. And you got VG Gaming now that are forced a BKB out from Havost. You've got TP support coming in, but well, the Tornado is going to try and come over and scout, but this Wild Wing's not going to survive long enough, and they're probably going to be too late to the party. This is going to be Aegis. This is going to be Cheese.
Such a good play from iceiceice.
Unless they're quick. They're going to be quick.
Right
the Plasma Field's going to show it off. Roshan, he's down. The Aegis is going to be picked up by Black. He'll actually drop the Cheese onto the deck. The Bruma Split's already gone. The Lich Holding bouncing around. It's back into a force. There's only creeps to heroes to actually hit here. And Dendi is trying to battle up, but all he's getting is Brewlings at the moment. The Enchantress will die as well. FY backed himself up. They do bring down every single Brewling, but they lose too many heroes for this. Vanskor being locked down. Funnick goes inside the pit. He'll TP out, but he's the sole survivor of the Na'Vi. Lost Aegis, and they lost the Cheese in this.
How much space can you make with one hero by iceiceice right there? It's like, he just... So they forced out a BKB, he then distracted them in the jungle for a good 15 or 20 seconds, and then he has great teamfight presence afterwards. This is just beautiful Timbersaw play right here, and the rest of the teamfight, the way it collapsed on Na'Vi, they didn't stand a chance. When they get in on those terms, they cannot win the fight. Looks like Funnick is building towards a Hex, like I was imagining he would in this game. He's got the ulti orb now. And for me, it's the only chance Na'Vi have is Scythes of Ice. There is no other alternative.
They're gonna have a crack. The smoke's gonna break right now. Reveals the boss, and Dendi just jumps them over. He's able to actually interrupt iceiceice, but the chain's still gonna pull him out. And then the Brewmaster split. The Razor died so quickly. He had the DD room from the start of this. I think that's actually almost GG right now. The Undying's gonna drop to the deck at the moment, and he's losing every bit of life points he's got. That was a 5-man group bump smoke. They needed that to get 2 hero pick off to buy themselves some space. But now with the 4 heroes gone, that's 6.1k in the experience, man, and probably a Rax to boot.
And iceiceice has cooldowns now on his chakram. He has both of them now. Now he got a red one. So apparently the blue one, the cosmetic at least for it, is part of his set, the Timber Thaw set. But I don't know if that was supposed to make the icon blue, because now we got a second one that's red, so that's a little weird. I don't think that has a custom icon.
Either way, you can get baffled, but yeah, Agate himself is going to be there, and that's also going to be mid-ranks completely gone. The bottom ranks will be chipped away. Raises back up again in 15 seconds time, but at the same time, Vici Gaming is so far ahead now that it doesn't really matter. So it actually, I'm being told we're actually going to a short break here, so I don't know if that means the game has been... It is actually GG. Okay, so we have heard it is Na'Vi have called GG. Vici Gaming take the first game.